What's going on? So this is gonna be about black role models, real models, as I always like to think and say. If you make mistakes, you can come back from them. But when you are sold yourself out to Hollywood or entertainment industry and you black, you can't make those mistakes. Often do we see people that are considered icons, and you know that that's a delusion in itself. That if they make a mistake, they suddenly get their endorsements pulled. They suddenly get everything pulled. They're the bad person. No one wants to touch them. Why is that when people make all this money, all this hype and hoopla, that somehow they're being judged? How did that come into view? Why is that allowed to be considered the norm? Like you can't get another chance. Like you couldn't be president of the United States if you break the law. Never mind. But you see the double standards for black folk don't get the same, never get the same. Think about it. You only get one time to mess up. And it can be everything. We've seen it with music artists, we've seen it with athletes, we've seen it with politicians. Just don't get that second chance. Because that so called corporate plantation, that whole level of life, that whole way of being anointed, tokenism 101, and how it comes into view, how it comes into play, you don't get a chance to make a second impression. And that is something that I'm making this title of. How come black entertainers, athletes, politicians don't get a second chance? Because that's a reality. You get one chance, and if you blow it, oh well, oh buddy. They don't give you the second look. They don't give you the second time of day. They got no use for you, and your time is about up. This is a reality that we see a whole lot play out in the society. You're really looking at it, and then you're really in a situation where you don't get that option again. You're not seen as anything but basically on the field, on the plantation. That's what I say all the time. It just comes into totality with this, where now that's how they view you. But how come? And you got to think that now, with even more time goes on, but it's still that same. All of a sudden, your endorsements get pulled. All of a sudden, there's no more hype and hoop about you. But they do bring you back. It comes with an asterisk. It's kind of like how Kobe Bryant had an asterisk. The endorsements, they use it as a ways to downplay you. But they're always looking at you to align. It's like, who are you associated with? But we'll just ask a simple question. How come when you're black that you still never get a second chance in those particular fields? People are so quick to judge you and to move from you. And either it's a faux pas mistake on your part, or it was a false, or something that, you had to pay your time, do your time. But why is it held to that? Why is it that's just a one and done? The another form of the divide and the realities of life in America and what have you, and how it's seen, how corporate sees you. You get one chance. We'll put all this money on you. We'll embrace you. We'll anoint you. We'll do this. We'll do that. But if you mess up, that's your behind. We got no more use for you. We don't know you. We don't see you. You're oblivious. You're ostracized. And for some, that's worse than actually doing time. The fact that they've been all this time trying to appeal to something that ain't real. It's like Dr. King said, you went to the mountaintop, but what did you see? Was it a dream or was it a delusion? And you weren't part of the inclusion. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Understand who you are and understand the options and the realities.